there. Lisa Knox here with Knox Law and Mediation. Wanted to reach out and talk to y'all, give y'all just a little bit of information and a little bit of tea, actually, some behind the scenes information. Please note that while I am a family law attorney serving the state of Florida through mediation and the Tampa, Hillsborough, Pinellas, Polk County area through family law, this is not an advertisement. I'm not advertising. I'm not giving out any legal advice. You shouldn't rely on it as such. If you have a need for any legal advice, you can feel free to contact an attorney of your choice and schedule a consultation, okay? All right, I just want to sort of let you all know sort of behind the scenes. I know a lot of times when you're not really involved in the legal system, your biggest and your best experience is sometimes what you see on TV, like Law and Order SVU and all of the, court shows and the How to Get Away with Murder and all of those things. So let me just go ahead and be very blunt with you. They make great TV, but they're not always realistic. And why do I say they're not always realistic? Because in court or in TV court, right? It looks like, hey, you have a problem. Okay, great. Go to court and solve it. Doesn't give you the true narrative. And the true narrative is that there's a lot of steps that are taken well before you ever hit the courtroom. And to be honest with you, the outcome of court is not based on that one day shining in court. It is based on all the legwork that's done before you ever make it to court. So for instance, in family law, it's required that the parties do what's called a mandatory disclosure. So they exchange all of the documents, all of the financial documents, right? And so I will find that I tell my clients, hey, give me all of your financial documents. Well, wait a minute, is this other person giving theirs? Yes, they should. They should. And I collect everything possible myself. I like to collect everything possible that's requested from the mandatory disclosure and whatever's typically requested on standard request for production, if I know, just because it makes it easier. And the reason being is that a lot of times people don't like to give their financial information, right? So they avoid it, they duck and they dodge and they avoid it. Well, then you end up having to go to court over it, right? And so now your first interaction with the judge, it's not a trial, it's a hearing because you don't want to give your information. You don't want to comply with the court rules. So now the judge, guess what? The judges are human. Now the judge got a taste in their mouth about you, who's already causing a delay with the case because you don't want to do, hopefully, what your attorney has advised you to do, right? So that's one thing too. It causes delays along the way. Like, if you're not giving your information, your attorney can't go and request information from the other party and demand it and let's go to court about it and all, because you're going to look just as bad. Like there's no win in that. Okay. So why am I telling you this? Because those are the things that it takes before you ever get to court. Gathering the information, being able to review the information, knowing the law, doing the legal research behind things. Sometimes it's drafting documentation, before you ever go to court on it. Sometimes it's going to court on motions and on requests for, for information or something that happens well before the trial. And of course, there's mediation. Most of the time, especially with family law cases, but a lot of times with most cases other than criminal cases or dependency cases, the courts will send you to mediation before you ever get to court. Guess what? That mediation is not like a speed bump, just another thing to get over to get to trial. It's actually really a good tool to use because in mediation, you very well may be able to come to a resolution that doesn't require you to go to trial. Another thing that the TV shows don't tell you is that it's expensive going to trial. Everything that goes into supporting you going to trial costs money. So if your attorneys do depositions, that costs money. Right? It costs money to do the depositions and to get the copies of the depositions. It costs money if you have a court reporter. Here in the state of Florida, for all cases, it's not required that the court grants a court reporter, only for certain cases, right? So guess what? You got to pay for that. If you have to serve all of these subpoenas, where the TV show shows somebody, popping out of a banana costume, you've been served or whatever else. Yeah, that costs money. If the attorney has to put on a case on trial, guess what? That's all called trial preparation. That costs money. You're not looking at hundreds of dollars. You're looking at thousands of dollars there. So that's also something that everybody should sort of keep in mind. So the moral and the takeaway of it is that if your case goes to trial, preparation for trial does not start at trial time. There's a lot of things behind the scenes that your attorneys have to do. So if they're asking you for stuff, you might need to comply with it. If they're telling you you need to bring stuff, you need to comply with it. If it's an opportunity to negotiate, you might want to take it seriously and really do that, because at the end of the day, trial is expensive, financially, emotionally, all of these different things. And it takes a lot of preparation on the back end by your attorney. So, there's that. Okay, so hopefully that gave you a little bit of information that you can use, some news that you can use. Maybe it gave you a little bit of a different light. Like I said, all those TV shows are so entertaining. None of them are really realistic, okay? All right, Lisa Knox with Knox Law and Mediation signing off. Hard knocks, call Knox. Don't forget, drop a comment down. Let me know. Press the like button, share button, and so forth. And guess what? If you have a topic that you want to talk about, don't hesitate to let me know. Message me, call the office, respond down in the comment section. I am so all ears. I just want to be of service to the community. So Lisa Knox, Knox Law and Mediation signing off. Talk to y'all soon. Take care.